The Mountain Is You, Transforming Self-Sabotage into Self-Mastery by Brianna Wiest is a powerful exploration of the psychological and emotional barriers that prevent people from achieving their full potential. Through the lens of personal growth, Wiest uses the metaphor of a mountain to represent the internal obstacles that we must face in order to transform our lives. The book is not a typical self-help guide with quick fixes or easy answers. Instead, Wiest offers a deep dive into the reasons we sabotage ourselves, how to overcome these patterns, and how to embrace a path of self-mastery. It's a guide to understanding our own behaviors, breaking free from limiting patterns, and becoming the person we are truly capable of becoming. The central theme of the book is that the mountain in our lives, the obstacles, struggles, and challenges we face, are not external forces we must fight against, but rather internal hurdles we need to learn how to climb. Wiest argues that the most significant obstacle to our success is not the world outside, but the part of ourselves that creates resistance, self-doubt, fear, and procrastination. The mountain is symbolic of the emotional, psychological, and behavioral patterns we adopt that keep us stuck, whether it's fear of failure, imposter syndrome, perfectionism, or other forms of self-sabotage. Wiest begins by identifying the root causes of self-sabotage, focusing on the deeper psychological factors that create these patterns. She suggests that many people are unconsciously driven by their past experiences, traumas, or conditioned beliefs that dictate their present behavior. This can result in self-destructive tendencies, such as procrastination, perfectionism, or avoiding discomfort. Throughout the book, Wiest explains that self-sabotage is often a coping mechanism for feelings of unworthiness or fear of success. People may inadvertently sabotage their own progress because they are afraid of what success will mean for their identity, relationships, or other areas of life. Recognizing these patterns is the first step in overcoming them. One of the key concepts in The Mountain Is You is the idea of self-awareness as the foundation of personal transformation. Wiest emphasizes that, in order to change, we must first be able to see the truth of our own behaviors, thoughts, and emotions. The more self-aware we are, the more we are able to identify the ways in which we sabotage our own success and the reasons why we do it. This awareness is not about being critical or judgmental of ourselves, but about being honest and compassionate. Wiest encourages readers to reflect on their habits, fears, and limiting beliefs and to approach this process with curiosity rather than shame. Through this self-reflection, we can begin to understand the why behind our behaviors and make the necessary changes to break free from these patterns. A core element of the book is the idea that transformation is not a passive process but one that requires active participation. Wiest advocates for developing the mindset of a climber, someone who is committed to facing challenges head-on, learning from setbacks, and gradually building resilience. Transformation is a gradual process that requires consistency and persistence. It's about embracing discomfort, rather than avoiding it, and seeing every challenge as an opportunity to grow. Wiest stresses that self-sabotage is often rooted in a fear of change or the unknown, and to break free from this, we must be willing to take risks and trust ourselves through the uncertainty. The book stresses the importance of small, incremental changes, which, over time, accumulate into massive transformation. One of the most profound insights Wiest offers is the concept of embracing the discomfort of change. She writes that the very act of facing our fears and working through our challenges is what leads to growth. The pain of discomfort is a sign of progress, not a reason to turn back. This perspective is crucial, as many people are conditioned to avoid discomfort at all costs, whether through procrastination, distractions, or avoidance behaviors. Wiest challenges readers to shift their thinking, seeing discomfort as a necessary part of growth. She emphasizes that true personal growth and mastery come not from avoiding pain but from embracing it as a vital part of the process. Another essential concept Wiest introduces is the notion of self-mastery. She argues that self-mastery is not about perfection or never making mistakes, but about consistently choosing to act in alignment with your highest self. Self-mastery involves developing the ability to respond to challenges, setbacks, and negative emotions in ways that are constructive and empowering. It's about becoming the master of your own mind and emotions, rather than being controlled by them. Wiest explains that, by learning to manage our emotional responses and thought patterns, we can begin to make decisions that serve our long-term goals rather than our short-term comfort. Self-mastery is a process that involves building emotional resilience, cultivating discipline, and practicing mindfulness. Wiest also explores the role of fear in self-sabotage, arguing that fear is often the greatest barrier to change. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of judgment, and fear of the unknown are all common forms of fear that hold people back from pursuing their dreams. She discusses how these fears can be paralyzing, keeping us stuck in old patterns of behavior that no longer serve us. However, Wiest encourages readers to see fear not as something to be avoided but as a natural part of the human experience. By confronting fear directly, rather than running from it, we can transform it from a source of paralysis into a source of power. She provides strategies for dealing with fear, such as reframing it, breaking it down into manageable pieces, and taking action despite the fear. The book also delves into the importance of self-compassion in overcoming self-sabotage. Wiest stresses that self-compassion is essential for breaking free from the cycle of negative self-talk, guilt, and shame that often accompany self-sabotaging behavior. She encourages readers to be kind to themselves during moments of failure and to view setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than signs of inadequacy. By practicing self-compassion, individuals can build the confidence and self-belief necessary to continue pursuing their goals, even in the face of challenges. One of the final themes Wiest explores in the book is the importance of alignment. She argues that when we are in alignment with our true selves, our values, passions, and desires, we are less likely to engage in self-sabotaging behavior. When we are not aligned with our true desires, we often act out of fear, insecurity, or a need for external validation. Wiest explains that finding alignment requires a deep understanding of what truly matters to us, which means looking beyond external expectations or societal pressures. She encourages readers to spend time getting to know themselves better, to trust their intuition, and to take steps that are in line with their authentic desires, rather than living according to the expectations of others. The book concludes with a powerful message about personal empowerment. Wiest reminds readers that the mountain they face is not something to be feared or avoided but something to be embraced and conquered. The challenges, fears, and obstacles in our lives are not roadblocks, they are opportunities to transform and grow. The mountain is within us, and it is through climbing it that we come to discover our true strength and potential. Wiest's message is one of hope and encouragement. We are all capable of overcoming our inner mountains and creating the life we desire. By breaking free from self-sabotage and stepping into our personal power, we can transform our lives and become the best versions of ourselves. Throughout the mountain is you. Brianna Wiest's writing is clear, compassionate, and motivating. She provides readers with the tools, strategies, and mindset shifts needed to break free from self-sabotage and step into their power. The book is not just about achieving external success but about cultivating inner strength, resilience, and emotional mastery. It is a call to action for anyone who feels stuck in their own patterns of self-sabotage and is ready to make a change and create a life of self-mastery and fulfillment.